Bienvenue.
Bonjour.
Salut, dude. So we're here. This is the log house I live in, the settlers built. Seems pretty rustic, right? How about this one? This was their original one. Check this out. Like, how did these people even live? So these people came from Prussia. It was before Germany was called Germany. It was like Eastern Germany, Prussia. And in the late 1800s to settle this area of Quebec. So it's all still, their descendants are all still German people here. You have the Paches, the Bretzlaffs, the Troons, the Schwartzes. Anyway, bunch of original families. So these were the Burkes. So I don't even know how they got here up the mountain and all the way here with horse and buggy. But when they did, they took their axe, they cut down some massive trees, and they built this for Gustav Burke, built this for his wife and his 9 children. And they lived here for real. So I heard, and I've read this in historical books of Ladysmith, 4 of the children died. So 5 were left. One of them was named Augusta, and so he was the next generation. I guess when he was a grown man at like 12 or something, he built that house, and that's the house I live in now. And that's a very comfortable house. You want to have a look at, I'll give you a little tour of that place. So when I first got here, basically the windows were falling out, and it was covered in tongue and groove clapboard, and then that was covered in fake brick. So it looks like a place you want to come and kill yourself, not a place you want to come and make a life out of. It was scary inside and out, I'm telling you. But I wasn't scared because I was so stoked by the wilderness, honestly. When I first got here, this one room was 3 rooms. There was a wall all across here and a door here, and this was my bedroom. It was dark, low ceilings. It was really, I don't know how I did it, but I think I was so excited about how beautiful the wilderness was that I was like, okay, whatever, I'm crashing here. But now I love it. I've got all new windows, and I did the beams there, and I love how it feels now. Come on upstairs. Oh, the ghosts. So this is my bedroom. It's the biggest room up here. There's 2 other bedrooms right here. It's nice and bright up here, and it feels amazing to me now. This is the chimney here that warms up nice. This is my bathroom here, so I got a nice shower. I've got a eco toilet there. It's a separate, made in Sweden. And this is about it. I mean, it's still kind of rustic for a lot of people, but it feels pretty luxurious to me compared to when I got here. I think it was built with big pine logs. Pretty sure it's pine. I exposed them right here actually because I didn't want to bring the whole place into log. It was like too much log, but I wanted to show that they built it with an axe. So I opened up these like windows. They're like archaeological sort of windows to show this is what the house is made of. Pine, big pine, cut with an axe, laid together, dovetail. We should check out the corners because it's absolutely mind-blowing, the craftsmanship of this place. Those corners have not shifted. This is still level. It's like earthquake proof. It's an amazing, amazing build. Yeah, actually, a log house is one of the best insulations. It's about that thick. So, I mean, this house is not exactly tight because it's so old. There's drafts coming in through the foundation. The windows have been changed, so that's better. But yeah, log insulation is amazing. If it was all tight like this, it's great insulation. Oh, this is definitely a 4-season place. I mean, they built this for winter because more than half the year it's winter here. So it's absolutely 4 seasons. Oh yeah. So the main source of heating is the wood stove, but I also have a gas or propane furnace that can pretty well heat up the whole house, but it's pricey. It's sort of as backups. I don't need much electricity. Like I basically get away, it's only for lights and internet. So I get away with like one big panel and one battery, or with the jackeries that you also charge by the sun, and that powers the whole house. So everything else is like the heavy lifting. Like I cook with gas, I heat water with gas, and I heat with wood. So there's only a tiny bit needed for electricity, and I get away with minor panels and a bit of battery. It's really special to be here. I mean, because it feels civilized, but I'm in the middle of wilderness. So I've got all the comforts of home, but I look out the window and I see my hills, and they're always calling to me, and it's about this oasis in an oasis of wild. I love this place. I've come to really love it. Here's where they kept their milk. They were milk farmers. They built that barn to store hay in and keep the cows in. And this is where they would keep their milk and their dairy cold with this incredible construction. It's built into the hillside, so it stays warm in the winter and it stays cool in the summer. So there would have been a big heavy door here. Look at these massive, massive, even megalithic stones. This is basically their fridge. So they were milk farmers. They would milk their cows and they would trade for meat with the fire robins up the road. Yeah, they had these big ice saws, and they'd go wherever the closest pond was, and they'd cut big blocks of ice, keep them in here, cover it all with hay, and then close the door so that all through the summers, this would be a cold room and their dairy would stay fresh. Amazing, amazing how they did it. This is where they used to keep their cows, and upstairs it was their hay barn. Now it needs some work, but in the past few years I've had 3 different shows in there, musical shows. I've had a bunch of jams, basically played a lot of music in there, but I would like to really build it up and do something more with it. The barn's always a total mess, but it came basically full of stuff. So I've used windows, doors, lumber, all kinds of really cool stuff for different projects on the land. So I'm always in and out of here. I'm filling it up, I'm taking from it. But upstairs is the cathedral. Upstairs is the magic. The best place you could ever possibly play, listen to music is a barn. I have big plans for the barn, but I may have to win the lottery. Yeah, I've had a bunch of different events in here where I clean it all up, light it all up. I got an electrician to put plugs everywhere, so the whole barn is wired. You just plug it into a generator and the whole thing lights up. You can do recordings. We've had full bands in here. It's all on the website, but it's pretty amazing, this place. I love it. I love barns.